Hey, Viking fans, Colin Cowherd is at it again. Let's see what craziness he came up with next in 3, 2, 1. Gather around, Skull Brothers and Sisters. This is Skull World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. You can follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook at Skull World. Make sure you hit subscribe, leave comments. Help me YouTube smash the YouTube algorithms. It helps me out. Just hit subscribe, leave a comment, anything. Hashtag Skull. Appreciate it. You're do me a solid that way. Hey, I got shows coming on Tuesday nights. Sometimes it's at 6:30 Central. Sometimes it's later. 9 o'clock on Wednesdays, and I'm starting to do a Thursday show at 9 o'clock. I just did one for the first time last night. If you're watching it on Friday, I had a show Thursday night. So stick with me. I try to bring on guests. I try to have various hosts, various amount of opinions. I am not shy. You are welcome on my channel. I don't care who you are or what you do. If you're a Vikings fan and a fan of somebody else, I might have you on. Let's go. Let's go. What was the craziness Colin Cowherd did? He ranked the NFC quarterbacks, and he's not counting Aaron Rodgers because he doesn't know where he's going to go. So Aaron Rodgers is not on this list, but I got the top 8 for you, what Colin Cowherd said. And dude, I'm not gonna lie. It's crazy. It's crazy. This is not a list I would have thought. But let's go through it. First, the number 1 quarterback in the NFC going into 2023, Matthew Stafford. I guess you get a lot of credit for winning a Super Bowl, coming off a horrible year. You're gonna say, hey, he's hurt, whatever. Matthew Stafford, number 1 quarterback going into 2024. He led the league in interceptions the year they went to the Super Bowl, 17, I believe. I don't see how you could have Matthew Stafford, the number 1 quarterback, going in the NFC going into next year. If anything, you probably would say Jalen Hurts is. I agree here. Jalen Hurts should be at the top of or near the top, or if not the top of this list. Is Jalen Hurts with the Eagles at number 2. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this guy played well, and I have him near here. I have him on this list. And it's Jared Goff of the Lions. He had a very good year and he's had a history. He's gone to a Super Bowl. He played well. They were 1-7 at one time. Brought him back. They beat the Packers at the end of the year. They had a winning record. But hey, number 3 quarterback. I would rank him on this list above Stafford right now. Honest to God. This guy, no reason he should be at the top of this list. This guy has number 4 has no leadership qualities whatsoever. He struggled. He hasn't had a winning season yet. He hasn't gone to the playoffs yet. But yet he's got him 4th on this list, and it's Kyler Murray. He's our defensive coordinator took himself out of the head coaching position there probably because of Kyler Murray's his quarterback. I think he didn't get along with Tua. He's not going to get along with Kyler Murray. Guy F-bombed his head coach on the sidelines. I mean, this guy prima donna, honest to God, and doesn't have a whole lot to show for it. Yes, you like him on your fantasy team when he's healthy, when he's playing okay. But don't look for the win column to be filled up with double digits with Kyler Murray on your team. I'm not going to lie. Struggles. And he throws an effort ball every once in a while, and he did it with us when he played this year. Thank you, Kyler Murray, for playing as bad as you did against us to allow us to win. Number 5, Dak Prescott. I can see Dak Prescott being 5th on this list, but ahead of one guy that you have not seen yet is kind of crazy. So Dak Prescott, he's got ranked 5th in the NFC. A lot of picks this year. Doesn't stay healthy. And then the next, he just signed with the Saints for a god-awful amount of money, but really has not proved himself in the league yet. Derek Carr makes sense as he's lower on this list. He has the potential of being a top tier quarterback, but again, over one guy that we seem to be missing that wears purple, Derek Carr with the Saints is ranked ahead of number 7, Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins, 4th in passing, 5th in touchdowns, standing alone by ways at 8 fourth quarter comeback victories, led the Vikings to a 13-win season with the 31st worst defense in the league, with a taped together offensive line for half the season. Kirk Cousins ranks 7th in the NFC by Colin Cowherd. I am going to refer to a write-up. I'll say the 8th person next, and that's Geno Smith. If anything, I'm going to say on this list going into the next year, I'm going to say Jalen Hurts number 1, Kirk Cousins number 2. I would give Jared Goff 3, Dak Prescott 4, Geno Smith 5, and then the rest, I don't care. But that is how it should go. Matthew Stafford, I don't know. He's a mixed bag. Mixed bag. How do you come back from a season and winning the Super Bowl and no show like the Rams did the next season? And he was healthy that first game of the season. He looked terrible. I think it was against Buffalo. But hey, that's the top 8. Matthew Stafford, Jalen Hurts, Jared Goff, Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott, Derek Carr, Kirk Cousins number 7. This is a write-up. Let's see what let me give credit. Fan Nation. Colin Cowherd ranks Kirk Cousins 7th among NFC quarterbacks behind Derek Carr. So, missing on this list was Daniel Jones, Brock Purdy, Justin Fields, and whoever the quarterback ends up in Green Bay, Washington, Carolina, Atlanta, and Tampa Bay. Just 7th for Cousins, they said. This is quoting Colin Cowherd. I don't get any mobility. I don't get a big arm. He shrinks in big games. Kirk Cousins got a plenty of arm in this league. Cowherd said, I mean, what do you want me to say? But he does give you 4,000 yards passing almost every year. 7 of 8 years, you get 4,000 yards passing. Now, unlike Derek Carr, when you need him in the fourth quarter, I can trust Derek. I never trust Kirk. Dude, he had 4, should have been 6 fourth quarter comebacks the year before. If it wasn't for a fumble and a missed field goal, he should have had 6, and he had 8 this year. The only guy in the last 3 years to have more fourth quarter comebacks than Kirk Cousins is nobody. Last 3 seasons, Kirk Cousins has the most fourth quarter comebacks more than anybody. The next is Derek Carr. So he does have a little beat on Derek Carr there, but the number 1 guy the last 3 years was Kirk Cousins. Now, unlike Derek Carr, when you need him in the fourth quarter, I can trust Derek. I never trust Kirk. And unlike Dak Prescott, Dak can move around a little bit with his feet. Kirk can't, so I put him at 7. Yeah. I don't get it, man. You got to have some, you had to take a year off of watching football. Just be honest about how Kirk Cousins played this last year and the year before. 2 Pro Bowl seasons in a row, both high on the list of outstanding stats in the league. Now, I can get it if you say he's 7th in the league after last season, but 7th in the NFC, and the AFC is even deeper at quarterbacks. So what do you got him outside of the top 15 in the NFL? This is just crazy talk. Colin Cowherd does it again. I don't know. It's the 3rd time I did a Colin Cowherd video. Tell me what you think below. Is Kirk Cousins 7th? Tell me. Be honest. Put it below. Hashtag skull. Whatever. I want to hear what you think where Kirk Cousins should have been on this list. Skull Vikings. I'm out of here. See you next time. Cue the music.